We begin tonight with a history-making day. Pope Francis is in Cuba right now for the start of his 10-day trip to the United States and to Cuba. The Pope received a red carpet welcome at the Havana airport, complete with a military honor guard. Cuban President Raul Castro greeted him and presided over a welcoming ceremony right there at the airport. And then Pope Francis began his tour through Havana. News Channel 8's Gene Ramirez was there for it all and joins us tonight from Cuba.
And good evening to you. Pope Francis is in Havana, Cuba. Upon his arrival here at Havana's Jose Marti Airport, he spoke to the Cuban people, showing his support for these new U.S.-Cuba relations, using that as an example of reconciliation. Meanwhile, Cuban President Raul Castro, more of the same from him, asking for an end to the embargo, also asking for respect for Cuba's socialist government. But we wanted to go out to the streets, meet with people, see what's important to them. They say this papal visit is more about curiosity than Catholicism. A cheerful greeting for Pope Francis, making his way through the streets of Havana after his arrival Saturday afternoon. But the anticipation is far from widespread. Just a day ahead of an important visit here to the cathedral in Old Havana, there seems to be less interest in Cuban Catholicism and more interest in Cuban cocktails at the famous Bodeguita del Medio.
I don't know that Cuba was a particularly Catholic country before the revolution.
This group leader with the Archdiocese of Miami tells us that's precisely why the papal visit is so important.
People here are hungry for it.
Our Coco taxi driver is interested in the papal visit for economic, not religious reasons. Work and tourism, he says. There are few practicing Cuban Catholics after decades of official atheism and a strong following of Afro-Cuban religions. Still, this follower of Santeria has a papal poster on her door. She'll be at the Mass Sunday, telling us no matter how you practice your faith, it's one God for all. So whether it is for curiosity or Catholicism, no doubt this area, Revolution Square in Havana, will be packed tomorrow for that papal mass early in the morning. We'll have complete coverage all day tomorrow. Join us from Havana. Back to you.
All right, Gene, thank you. And Gene's reports on the Pope's visit do continue tomorrow right here on News Channel 8. And then starting on Monday, you can watch Jennifer Lee's reports on the Pope's visit to the United States. Jen will follow the Pope every step of the way in Washington, D.C., New York, and Philadelphia. Again, watch it all right here on News Channel 8. We also have complete coverage of the Pope's trip at both WFLA.com and the News Channel 8 app. You can download our app for free in your phone's app store.